He started as a teen actor. Now he runs the charts. From humble beginnings to hip-hop royalty, this is the evolution of Drake. Love him or hate him, Drake redefined success in the streaming era, changed the sound of modern rap, and became a global force, all without ever fitting the mold. Before the fame, before the flash, there was Aubrey Drake Graham. Born October 24, 1986, in Toronto, Canada, his father, Dennis Graham, was a drummer from Memphis who played with legends like Jerry Lee Lewis. His mother, Sandy, was a Jewish teacher who raised Drake alone after the couple divorced. Drake grew up in a modest home in Toronto's Forest Hill neighborhood. Despite the area's reputation, money was tight, and being a biracial kid in a predominantly white school made him a target. He was often bullied for his background, religion, and his ambitions. But even then, Drake had something most kids didn't vision. At just 15, he landed the role of Jimmy Brooks on the teen drama Degrassi, The Next Generation, a wheelchair-bound basketball player who quickly became a fan favorite. It wasn't rap, not yet, but it was his first taste of the spotlight, and he wanted more. While his classmates were worried about finals, Drake was plotting his next move. In 2006, he dropped his first mixtape, Room for Improvement. It didn't shake the world, but it was a start, raw, personal, and full of potential. Comeback season followed in 2007. This one, different. Tracks like Replacement Girl were getting real attention, even airplay on Bet. Suddenly, Drake wasn't just a kid from Degrassi anymore, but it was So Far Gone in 2009 that changed everything. Best I Ever Had exploded on the charts and hit the internet like wildfire. The game couldn't ignore him anymore, and neither could the industry. That same year, Lil Wayne officially brought Drake into the Young Money family. The cosign wasn't just powerful, it was historic. The boy who started from the bottom had just taken his first real step toward the top. In 2010, Drake dropped his debut album Thank Me Later, and the world didn't wait. It debuted at #1 on the Billboard. Too Old. It was official. The kid from Toronto had arrived, but he wasn't done. In 2011, Take Care changed everything. This wasn't just rap, it was moody, melodic, vulnerable. Drake turned late-night heartbreak into a genre. Critics called him soft. Fans called him real. The album earned him his first Grammy and put emotional rap on the map. By now, Drake wasn't just dropping songs, he was dominating the charts. Every release a headline, every verse a caption. He mastered the formula. Part rapper, part R&B crooner, all business. Drake had become the voice of a generation, and he wasn't slowing down. With fame comes fire, and for Drake, controversy became part of the climb. In 2015, Meek Mill sparked one of hip-hop's biggest modern beefs, accusing Drake of using a ghostwriter named Quentin Miller. Instead of retreating, Drake fired back with back-to-back a diss track that went viral, got Grammy attention, and even made its way into memes and sports arenas. It wasn't just a win, it was a moment. Drake had turned a scandal into a stadium anthem. But that wasn't the end. A cold war with Kanye West and a brutal battle with Pusha T brought deeper wounds. Pusha's diss track, The Story of Adonis, revealed Drake had a secret child, a moment that shocked fans worldwide. But here's the thing about Drake. Even in controversy, he controls the conversation. He doesn't just survive the storm, he charts with it. Calculated, emotional, and strategic. Drake turned beef into branding. Drake's sound isn't one size fits all. It's a constantly shifting blend of rap, soul, and global rhythm, and his albums reflect that evolution. In 2013, Nothing Was the Same showed a sharper, more focused Drake, introspective and icy. Hits like Started From the Bottom and Hold On, We're Going Home balanced bravado with melody. Then came Views in 2016, a love letter to Toronto wrapped in dancehall, Afrobeat, and heartbreak. One Dance and Controlla brought the Caribbean to the top of the charts. 2018's Scorpion proved Drake could do both rap heavyweight and R&B king. He confirmed he had a son, responded to beef, and still went platinum. By 2021, Certified Lover Boy brought back the moody, meme-worthy Drake. A year later, honestly, Nevermind flipped the script with house music and dance vibes. A bold move that split fans but pushed boundaries. Drake doesn't follow the wave, he becomes it. One album at a time, Drake isn't just a North American superstar. He's a global phenomenon from the UK to Nigeria, Latin America to the Middle East. Drake has mastered the art of collaboration without losing his identity. He's worked with UK grime legends like Giggs and Skepta, brought Afrobeat to the Billboard charts with Wizkid on One Dance, and dabbled in Latin rhythms alongside artists like Bad Bunny. But Drake isn't just collaborating, he's co-signing. He helped launch the careers of Canadian stars like The Weeknd and Party Nexter, reshaping the sound of modern R&B. His biggest hits, Hotline Bling, God's Plan, One Dance, didn't just top charts. They became global anthems, always evolving. Drake reinvents his sound to match the moment, while staying unmistakably himself. Drake isn't just an artist, he's an empire. With an estimated net worth of over $250 to $300 million, Drake has turned his name into a brand and his brand into a business. He co-founded OVO Sound, signing artists like Party Nexter, Majid Jordan, and Roy Woods, building a signature sound that influences the industry. But it doesn't stop at music. Drake inked a major deal with Nike to launch Nocta, his own line of streetwear. He also introduced Virginia Black, a high-end whiskey that fits perfectly with his luxury lifestyle. His real estate game, massive. The YOLO estate in law featured pools, sports courts, and a private grotto. But it's his Toronto Palace, a 50,000 square foot mansion that really turns heads. Drake's also invested in tech, esports, fashion, and even professional sports teams. Wherever culture moves, Drake is already there. For all his fame, Drake kept one part of his life completely private: his role as a father. In 2017, Drake had a son, Adonis, with French artist Sophie Brousseau. But the world didn't find out until 2018, when Drake addressed it directly on his Scorpion album. The reveal came after a bitter rap battle with Pusha T, who exposed the secret in a diss track. But Drake owned the moment with honesty and grace. Today, Drake is a devoted father. He shares moments of Adonis' life, sparingly, always on his terms. When it comes to relationships, Drake's history is as high profile as it gets. He's been romantically linked to Rihanna, Serena Williams, Jorja Smith, and more. But even with the headlines, Drake remains protective of his personal life, choosing fatherhood over fame when it matters most. Drake didn't just top the charts, he changed the way rap sounds, looks, and feels. Before Drake, vulnerability in hip-hop was rare, but he blurred the lines between bars and ballads. Between hard and heartbroken, he made emotion cool in hip-hop. Today, you hear it in every artist who dares to sing and rap, often in the same verse. Drake is both a Gen Z icon and a millennial legend with fans across 2 decades who grew up with every album drop. His lyrics, made for Instagram captions. His songs, built for TikTok. His moves, instantly memeable. He's compared to the greats Jay-Z, Kanye West, Lil Wayne, and still stands shoulder to shoulder with them in legacy and influence. Whether you love him or criticize him, you can't ignore him. Drake's fingerprint is on the culture permanently. When it comes to numbers, Drake isn't just winning, he's rewriting the rulebook. With 5 Grammy Awards and over 50 Billboard Music Awards, Drake's trophy case is as massive as his discography. He was named the most streamed artist of the entire 2010 seconds, a digital dynasty built on hits, Heartbreak, and Hustle. In 2021, Drake made history again, becoming the first artist to debut 3 songs in the Billboard Hot 100 Top 3 simultaneously. And perhaps the biggest mic drop? Drake surpassed the Beatles for the most top 10 hits on the Billboard Hot 100, a feat once thought untouchable. Awards fade, but stats, records, they last forever. And Drake is stacking them like no one else in hip-hop history. Few artists make it big, fewer stay big. But Drake? He reshaped the game. He started as an actor, became a rap superstar, built a business empire, and still, he's evolving. From returning to acting, to expanding OVO, to dropping albums with no promo, Drake remains one of the most unpredictable forces in music. And while fans speculate about a retirement, he hints at reinvention. One thing's certain, Drake is already being studied in universities, mimicked on TikTok, and quoted across generations. He's more than a chart topper. He's the defining artist of the streaming era, and possibly its most influential voice. From Jimmy in a wheelchair on Degrassi to the king of the charts, Drake didn't just climb, he transformed. He blurred genres, broke records, built an empire, all while staying relatable. And the question now isn't what's next for Drake, it's who can even catch up? So which Drake era is your favorite? Take care. Nothing was the same. Certified lover boy? Let us know in the comments below. Like this video and subscribe for more icons and minutes. Next up, the rise and genius of Kendrick Lamar. You don't want to miss it.